Politics and politicians. Well, moving on. President Bola Tinubu is reported to have moved to end the long-standing political rancor in Rivers State, brokering the high-stakes peace deal between Governor Fubara and the FCT Minister Wike. Just before departing for Turkey, the president was said to have issued a stern mandate that all impeachment moves against Governor Fubara must stop immediately. However, the peace comes with a price. Tinubu is said to have ordered Fubara to formally recognize Wike as the state's undisputed political leader, emphasizing that political seniority is non-negotiable. Well, the deal is said to also secure Wike's influence over the upcoming February 21 by-elections, with the APC directed to back his candidates. While the president sidestepped talks regarding the 2027 elections, his message was clear that stability in the oil-rich state is a matter of national security, and further hostilities will not be tolerated.
Right, joining us now to examine the latest developments in the protracted political crisis in Rivers State is Mahmud, Jega, a journalist and political analyst. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to have you on Newsnight.
Thank you.
So, well, let me just quote President Tinubu here. Undisputed political leader, you might also say Wike is the undisputed champion of Rivers politics, regardless of party. And that's what we're hearing from President Tinubu. Now, what do you make of this? Is this the resolution that you expect? Will this intervention actually resolve the crisis, the face-off between Nyesom Wike and his political godson, the governor of Rivers State, Fubara?
Well, the report we have read about how the president intervened to resolve the crisis, and I noticed that it has not been denied more than 24 hours after it was published. It actually, as far as I can see, will perpetuate the crisis instead of resolving it. To say that Minister Nyesom Wike is the undisputed political leader in Rivers contradicts the APC constitution as enunciated recently by the party's national secretary and also the national chairman, that governors are the leaders of the party in their states. Now, but here you are now saying this minister is the leader when he is not even a member of the party. Now, that says a lot, because even the national secretary was saying that Wike, if you want to come into our party, otherwise you shouldn't meddle. But the president seems to be saying, if this report is correct, that he's remaining in PDP, and what he is doing there is really has my blessing, because he is there essentially to wreck PDP as an opposition party in the service of the president's 2027 re-election hopes. Now, even other aspects of the agreement, which sounds like a concession to Fubara, like saying the Wike camp should withdraw the impeachment moves, may actually be helping the Wike camp to pull their chestnuts out of the fire, because already the impeachment move has stalled in the courts. The High Court has stopped it, pending hearings, and then it will go on appeal to appeal court and Supreme Court, which might take a very good part of this year. And even if the Wike camp wins the court cases, in the end, the matter will come back to the Chief Judge of Rivers State to set up the panel to investigate the allegations made against the governor. And from all indications, the Wike camp is not assured of the cooperation of the Chief Judge, which was why last year they tried to remove him. That's the majority members, 26 of them. They said they have found information that the Chief Judge falsified his age at a certain stage in his career, and they were trying to remove him. And it was clear that it's in order to have a Chief Judge who will cooperate and set up a panel that will return a guilty verdict against the governor, because unless you do that, the whole impeachment process collapses, and you can't even raise it again in the lifespan of the President Assembly. So honestly, this does not look to me at least, like an attempt to solve the problem. Instead, it is to hand over the knife and everything to Minister Wike to continue the role that he is playing as leader of Rivers politics in both APC and PDP. This has never happened in the political history of Nigeria, as far as I know.
You partly answered my question, because I was going to ask you, how precedented is this when the governor is a member of the APC, the governing party, and then the minister is the opposition PDP, yet he is given the powers by the president, who is the leader of the APC. But this is not the first time we are hearing, the president's intervention in this matter. One wonders, why is the problem still simmering? It does sound like there's a fundamental problem here. And when the president says that, president reportedly said that this is a matter of national interest, this is in the best interest of the nation, do you buy that argument from the president to say Rivers matter is a national matter?
Well, the security of every state in the country, of course, is of concern to the president, the federal government, and all of us as Nigerians, but not to this extent. Not to this extent, because the way to secure the security of any state and the country is to insist on the constitutional procedures and the legalities. And once a governor is elected to serve a 4-year term, he is the chief security officer of the state, and he should be assisted by the federal authorities and all the security agencies to carry out his mandate and stabilize the state. Now, of course, if he has political problems with his mentors and others, that's a different thing. That's for him to resolve. But this formula does not look like it will resolve that problem, because it is empowering an extra constitutional person to load it over constitutionally elected officer. And I don't see how we can solve problems that way, because this same thing may happen in several other states where somebody will say he should be the leader. And in any case, the APC constitution, as we heard from the chairman and the secretary, says clearly that the governors are the party leaders in their states. So why is this curious and cumbersome arrangement in Rivers State, where a member of the PDP is recognized as the leader, and even in the upcoming state assembly by-election, the APC chapter is told that they must sponsor the candidates that
the PDP,
even though he's a PDP.
A PDP minister in the cabinet.
It's a miraculous.
Miraculous, is it?
Based on what you've said now, I mean, we do recall not too long ago, the APC chairman, Yewada, actually, Nintawi Yewada, actually clearly made his position known. And of course, the national secretary
too.
Do you envisage this causing any kind of crisis within the APC, this Fubara Wike problem? And then again, the issue of Fubara's second term. We've heard from the president, based on reports, that the issue of his second term is too early to be having that conversation now. What's your reading of all
Which
of
is
this?
also a curious thing to say. How can you say the matter, it is premature that we should not discuss it? I mean, for all practical purposes, the president himself has been campaigning for the election since last year. All kinds of APC state chapters and youth groups and all that. In fact, until recently, all the streets of Abuja from here all the way to the airport had the huge banners of the president's re-election bid. I mean, people said they were removed because the Americans said he was not paying attention to security but only to re-election. And overnight we saw all of them removed. And all other governors are already campaigning and they are being endorsed. So it doesn't sound, it's again looks like a part of the effort to skim out Fubara, so that when the time comes, Wike will now nominate the candidate of the APC, whether or not he is in the party, or even nominate a joint candidate for APC and PDP for governorship of Rivers State. No. This is not an even-handed settlement at all.
Mahmud, Jega, in 30 seconds, because we need to go. I mean, Governor Fubara is at the heart of this matter. But if you look at how things have developed from barely months into his administration up until now, how would you describe his own response? Because, you know, some would say he's neither hot nor cold. We've heard him speak at a time when he was on suspension saying his spirit is no longer in the government house, and he doesn't know why anybody is fighting for him.
No, it is clear that he is not politically adroit. He is not a very clever political operator, because from the beginning, before you pick a fight with a man like that, you should have assessed.
Fayose actually want him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who is in charge? Who really is the governor of Rivers State? I guess the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Thank you so much for joining us, Mahmud Jega, on News Night tonight.